What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. BT17 is out for everywhere except LATAM and the UK. So we did some proxy testing over at Marcio's because unfortunately the riot stopped us from being able to play at our actual local. So we were resourceful and tried to get some footage. We've got Saf and Marcio playing. We've got the new Veemon in the back and the new Takuya coming down for 3. And this is going to be obviously the two hybrid decks facing off against each other, which is pretty cool. Unfortunately, this deathmatch, they did play a bunch of matches, but I actually ran out of storage space because I got some games from downstairs beforehand. Gonna have the Aguni in the back. And with the Warp Aguni, it kind of plays around the Digimon Emperor. Looks like we're going to swing when attacking, is going to try and turn it into either an Aguni or an Aldermon, but the cost is reduced, and we are going to swing in with the raid. It was able to, because we're +4 when they're digivolving, and then of course also the extra value. And he's just going to turn into the AncientGreymon at the very end of it to pass over on 12. There'll be mostly BT or EX5 footage for the rest of the week. I am going to be going to the London store on Monday, so I'll be able to get some more BT17 footage from there, and I'll try and find a way to edit whilst I'm like down south, but you just have to bear with me. It's a little bit tricky this week, but I'll do what I can. I'm going to see the Beowulf come out, and the Beowulf is going to bounce back the promo, but not going to be able to kind of answer Ancient for Ancient. And at level 5, I don't really think we're going to see anything ace-wise. I think the level 6s are pretty stacked. I'm going to turn into AncientGreymon, which is going to be that sec +1. And we are going to get the Koji Tamer played out, but we are going to, of course, see the pop onto the Beowulf. Does hit into a Koji Tamer. I mean, it's funny. In this situation, Blitz Omni would just end the game. If he was able to do swing with the other one is sec +1, clear the 2, and then bang straight into Blitz Omni, but instead I'm just going to open pass because there is the mem setter, and then the on delete at the end is going to play out the Takuya. Strawberry in the back, but he kind of has to play on board in some way to try and slow things down, because with the Tamer in the back and the ability to just swing the Ancient, of course it is a mem setter as well, it does mean that any hybrid 4 game will just straight clear without really being able to interact with it. We need some sort of stun that's not really available in the Koji engine, so instead we're going to go for a Hammer Spark to boost for 1, but was there any point in sparking? It's a mem setter. Oh, we're going to gain back the 1 because the card was added to hand. Fair enough. And then we're going to go in, 2, and then just passes over. We're going to go to 3. And this should be, presuming that he finds a second hybrid, should be game. But that is not a hybrid that can go over a Tamer. Hammer Spark is not going to activate thanks to the Aldermon. And then we are big enough to beat over the, what's it called? The Ruin Mode and the Crimson Blaze to pass turn. Pretty clean. Big fan. But them kind of actually playing for board here. We haven't really been able to see blue do its thing where it just pushes up, does what it needs to do, and clears. But this might be the time to do it. Lobomon, when digivolving, no, it's not going to draw into it, so we are just going to scoop it up and go into game 2.
Matrix Digivolution.
Yeah, today's sponsor is me. I appreciate everyone supporting me as they have, and there are plenty of other ways to support. The memberships, Twitch Prime, and all of that are great ways to do so, and just making sure that in addition to slapping like down and making sure you are subscribed, there are plenty of other things that I do that I really love doing and take a lot of work, and appreciate if you guys also gave them a shout and gave us some honest feedback on them, because the only way we can make them better is if people tell us what they like and dislike. But yeah, that's it for today's sponsor. Appreciate you if you didn't skip it. Back to the video. Whilst they're getting shuffled up, I do want to say a big old thank you to everyone that has been supporting the channel. I know it's been a little bit iffy whilst we've been doing best of once with member shoutouts, but big thank you to our Mega, Justice Josh. Mega is a tier 3 on Twitch as well as an ultimate here on YouTube. For our ultimates, we do have the Tommy NT, Tommy Tricks on the Sticks, 3 Strike Rule, and Bradley Rob celebrating 6 months. Also celebrating 6 months, Shinny Carry, Coffee Deus, DHM, Scylla Ouroboros, King of Knights, Andy Fing, Squid Eater, Benji Giver, and Thomas Yates. Thank you guys for all of your support. So you're going to get in. We do have the Ukomon going first and then up to a Goonie, and we do have finally the Uko pushing out. Going first seems like it's always going to be the thing to do in the Ancients. I mean, they are rush decks after all. Don't have a blue Tamer, so he actually won't get the draw if this Ukomon swings in. So it's probably in his best interest to try and just play the low choke. Gonna go for the Spark and play out the Koji just to try and make it small. We also, of course, gonna get the clear on the Ukomon. But this way, it means he didn't swing in and chip and maybe hit like Takuya, which would cause a whole lot of problems. End of turn. Going to play out the Takuya off the Inherit, and then that is going to be passing on 1. Kind of difficult to do anything with that, but at least this time we will get the draw 1 off the Koji. I do want to say a big old thank you to our rookies, Greatness Beam and Balfi. Big thank you to you guys also for supporting me as a rookie. Hitting the Grav Crush is not quite the same as hitting a Hammer Spark in the security. No security effect on the red version. So Strabi getting to stay and the second Strabi coming down does hit the Koji. And it can add 1 card with the 10 Warriors. So that's going to add the Ancient, Return to Ancients, I think it's called. Flame on, and it looks like the Takuya is going to be turning into a Burning Grey, and then Burning Grey swing is going to be turning in. Okay, we are raiding, it seems. So trying to swing over the other one. I guess he's just prioritizing the Inherit. You can turn into the Aguni, and then Aguni going to turn into the AncientGreymon, which is going to get the full clear, and then we raid Pierce through. We are big enough that it can get over the security. Looking good here for Saf. End of turn, of course, is going to blow up and turn into a brand new Takuya. And we are going to pass over turn on 2. So all in all, not that bad. 2 enough to, of course, start things going. We're going to go Kendo. Kendo is then going to turn... I'm going to gain back the 1 and then turn into Lobo. Then Lobo is going to turn us into Ancient. Gonna draw for Evo, and then I believe it's add the top card of security to hand. Oh, was it not add top card of security to hand? Either way, I mean, Ruin Mode is a fantastic way to close it out. I guess he didn't actually end. He didn't actually gain like any cards in hand off of that, I guess was the idea, because it's like when a card is added to hand by effect. Oh my gosh. Does he actually still have enough DP? Oh, going into the Warp Holder, that's why. So he gets to load the DP under, so he's actually just barely big enough, because we're under a minus 10k blanket, because of course when digivolving into the Ruin Mode, then it immediately blows up thanks to the Ancient. So minus 10k blanket makes it pretty hard for Tamers to actually swing. This one, of course, is going to swing and then die, but do we get to play? It was a Digimon, so we do get to get another one. So just goes for the 1 choke, playing out the Takuya. Whoa, sparking? Is there anything you can even do here? Goes for the 1 choke thanks to the spark. So the spark's actually really, really helpful for buying him a turn. And then just gonna, again, pass him back with a 1 choke. The both of them just being incredibly petty. I'm gonna see the 1 into the Uko. He has turned off his blue source now, though. So I think we are eventually just going to have to slab something. No blue and red source. No nothing. Oh, is it just have a Tamer? Have a Tamer, ignore color requirements? I mean, fair. Taking back the Beowulf. Yeah, so it looks like we're going to scoop it up. So at least for this one, it is going to be Saf coming away with the 2-0. But looking at the rest of the track, yeah, no, there's not going to be enough for another one. We do have another game that they played of this matchup. So look out for that, as well as the rest of the BT... the previous sets footage. We're going to try and get some more sample stuff as I do go down to London. If you like what you saw and you do want to see more, then please hit the subscribe button, help us get closer to 3K. Keep an eye on our socials and be kind to each other. It's getting rough out here on these streets, so I want to see everyone, you know, drop something to be positive about in the comments. And as always, have yourselves a damn good one.